along the way. I know that you will see what remains to be along the way. Along the way, I know that you will find your answer in its time along the way. I think about you every single day, and even though there's times where I have walked away, I'm here to stay along the way. I know that you will find that perfect place and time along the way. Along the way, I know that you will see exactly what I mean, and you'll know the way. Along the way, I know that you will find that peaceful state of mind along the way. Along the way, I know that you will see what remains to be, and you'll know the way. I wrote this song along the way at a time where I'd gone through a series of traumatic events, and I ended up trying to analyze it and living in my head essentially for a long time, and I couldn't make sense of the situation. It got to the point where I believed that if I just thought about this thing long enough and figured it out, I would somehow come out of it, but the opposite happened. I ended up getting deeper and deeper into the past, and day by day, life was slipping from me, and I became quite a mess actually. And it got to the point where I was disillusioned, and I was thinking about leaving everything that mattered to me, but thankfully I did not. I decided that I wanted to start living, getting out of the past, and the only way I was going to do that was by looking at life through the eyes of faith. Faith in God and His promise. There's a scripture that says that God will allow everything to work for your good if you love Him and you live according to His plans and purposes for your life. So I decided to take God up on His word. And even though at the time I couldn't see anything good that could come out of these things, I chose to believe what God had promised, and that His promises were still good for today. I moved forward by faith, and over time what happened was I started to realize that everything that I thought was so bad that was happening was actually a cleansing process that God had allowed in my life to remove things in my life, actually people in my life as well, that were weighing me down and not allowing me to move forward in the direction that I needed to go. And I started to actually finally see it all as a blessing in my life. It was difficult, and it was hard to believe at times that this is something that could be good for me, but it was. And over time I actually started to find that there was a new peace coming to me as I made sense. I essentially felt like I was the clay and God was the potter, and I was being formed into something that would be useful now, something that could glorify God, and it's exactly what happened. I'm making this video 6 years after the writing of the song Along the Way. Interestingly enough, a few days before we started to make this video, an unexpected traumatic event happened again in my life. But this time, I chose to respond differently, and I've chosen to surrender the whole situation to Jesus and to give Him an opportunity right from the beginning to turn a mess into a wonderful experience that will give glory back to God and hopefully help many people. Because along the way, something good is about to happen.